All right, I'm back. I think it's been a couple days since I did a video, maybe a week. Anyway, I thought I'd do one today. I'm going for my morning walk, so I thought I'd bring you along. I'm probably going to go down to the main road. I haven't showed you that area. There's the house. There we are. I'll show you around the neighborhood here, and then we'll head out to the front. I have my mic on today, so I'm gonna see how that works. All right, let me turn around and show you the neighborhood progress. New construction. Oh, helps if I open the lens cover. There we go. So there they are. I think it's been a month or so since they started. We're getting ready to put roof material up. They've already skim coated the inside of most of it, and they've put some walls up. Oh, they got the stairs built in there. Looks like they got the stairs in the next one over. So that's what they're doing now. You see the ones on the other side of here. They've put the roof on already, which is strange. They got the doors going in over there as well, but they actually started this side before that side, but that side seems to be making more progress. So who knows how or why they do what they do. And I brought my mask today because if I walk out front, it's what's the word? Smoky. A lot of diesel fumes. So I got the mask if I walk out front. One of the local neighborhood dogs. Actually, I haven't seen that dog around here much. He might live with this house on the corner. Good morning. I have 2 or 3 dogs. When you walk by, they usually bark like crazy. They're not barking today. He's got them outside, so they're probably feeling a little less trapped enclosed in the house. Um, don't feel like they need to protect their dwelling. Who knows? Anyway, that's we're going to be heading to Hermosa later this morning. Heading over to see the family. Jocelyn's got a couple of totes to take over. We're still unpacking our buying boxes. So this is one of the places where they've been getting their sand from, but it's been here for so long now that they actually end up sifting most of it when they get it to the site. As you can see that the grass has grown up pretty good around it. So they must have had quite a bit brought in initially. I've got my morning raspy cough. No, I'm not a smoker, so it's not from that. It's just, I think it's allergies. I blame it on allergies. There's dogs and cats over here. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a duck. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's a cat in trouble. I don't know. I know there's cats in the cage and dogs. This is a definite neighborhood dog. Runs around a lot. Oh yeah, yeah. This guy has a little. I don't see the sign up anymore. He was selling barbecue, chicken, pork. There's 2 or 3 people in here that sell prepared foods. We buy it occasionally. Um, there's also one that sells fruit cheaper than we can buy at the Walmart. So Jocelyn will buy stuff from her. I guess her family has a place down at Palenque, which is an outdoor market, if you will, a wet market. So she gets stuff from there and brings it back here and sells it. One of the workers. Good morning, sir. This is where and they're constructing the roofing materials to go on the roof. Today is Tuesday, actually. I think. Yeah, Tuesday. So Sunday when I came by, they were actually out here painting the red piping for painting it with a mop. It's pieces of metal welded together, and then they use that for the rooftop framing. This is a guy delivering cinder blocks, at least one of those truckloads every day. They're stockpiling it back there. And this is where they're now stockpiling their gravel. And that's where some of the workers live. That's the clubhouse that they're building. Coming along, and the pool will be out there somewhere on the other side of it. Yeah, that's one of the workers' housing. That's some of the other subdivision area. Get in there a little bit closer. It was the first phase that they put in. Not much. 5 streets, I think. They'll be building out in here as well eventually, I guess, according to the map that shows what they're doing. So, security guy is actually, try to zoom around here too much, don't make you dizzy, but up on the hill, up there, there's another place where it seems like the security people hang out. There's heavy equipment up there. This is the other thing I found interesting is they have built, and there's more to be built up that way by the heavy electrical lines. They've got it all cemented off down the side of the hill. Where is that? Down the side of the hill right there is all cement coming down from the tower so that it doesn't wash away. I wouldn't want to live there that close to the high tension lines. This is the Philippines. They don't really have a clue. See, these are the things they use for the roofing. And it's just 2 pieces of aluminum that they've welded together. There's the other few places that those are the ones that I think were built first phase. And then a lot of the material is stored over here. You can see there's another, that's called the barracks. That's where most of the people that work here stay. They stay here. The majority of them live here all week. They might go home on the weekends to their families, but some don't. They just live here. Um, I don't know if they get free food, but they get free lodging. It wouldn't surprise me if they did get free food. That's a pretty common thing. They don't get much pay. If they get, well, they get $50 a day. That'd be about normal, $50, $60 a day. Some of the more experienced might get $70 or $80 a day. They work 6 days anyway, so they might make 400 or 500 a week. That's the security gate. I see them down here some mornings. They have a little muster over here, the parking lot, where they'll line up, have a big meeting, I guess. Yeah, parking lot's good to look at it. I'm gonna probably reduce the zoom here. I'm gonna be out on the street. We don't need quite so much zoom. Yep. Almost getting time for the mask. Pollution. That was the word I was trying to think of earlier. Pollution. Well, we're hitting into the 12-minute mark. So I may, when I get out there, I may just turn it off, and then we'll walk down the street, and then on the way back, I'll turn it on. This is the master plan. That's the clubhouse in the pool. The clubhouse will not be at an angle, by the way. And we are block 67, right in there. So that's the basketball court. We're going to be right there. I don't know if it's going to be covered court. Typically, they put a roof over them so they can utilize it during the rain. If it's raining during the rainy season, we get to rain a lot. So covered court in some places they get used very heavily for like local meetings, especially during election time. They, if people running for office will go there and have big rallies. I thought they might put basketball court here where it's all already paved up, but so far nothing. But who knows? They might decide to have a farmers market at some point when they get finished with the construction. And I'm guessing you can already start hearing the noise from the road. There's the gas station we go to. Um, Regular gas, 52.60 pesos, which is a little less than $1 a liter. And don't ask me how many liters in a gallon, I'm not sure. But $1 a liter. So between the buses, and you probably saw the personnel carriers, they call them, right there, comes one. Those are buses, jeepneys, they call them, built after the jeeps that were left over. That's that's what they claim anyway. Um, like zoom right in just a little. Here comes one now. usually going in that direction. They're pretty full. They're heading into Olongapo City, which is the biggest, probably the biggest city in Zimbalis anyway. Not the capital city, but they do have a lot of government agencies there. It's a big city that, especially when the base was here, that's like the place to go and be. And well, I think we got a couple of workers just getting off the bus. And that's it. We have 15 minutes. That's long enough for now. And I'll videotape on the way by.